Welcome to another episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
Good morning, YouTube. I'm back for part 2 of the additions. I just want to talk a little bit about how I planned this. I'm not one of these people that can just get an idea in my head and carry it out without any kind of anything on paper. I have to have a little something on paper, and to that end, I came up with this. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's a very, very simple drawing, and I give some dimensions that after using a tape measure to measure, and the first part of this is basically going to be constructing this base here. There'll be 4 2x4s all cut to the same length, 29.5 inches measured right there, and there will be a brace at the bottom all the way around. There will be a brace at the top all the way around, and on top of there will sit one of the black shelves that I'll cut out of the computer desk material. And once I get that made, and to make that I will probably use some short drywall screws and glue this all together, let it set up, and I like to have it good and solid, and then I'll slide it into the area there. This is now, I won't have the desk, the shelf on it. That'll be the last thing I do, is put shelves on it. But anyway, I'll get all this stuff out of the way and then slide that in there and make some additional measurements. I said approximately 3 feet. That's what it's going to approximately be. I'd like to have the top shelf even with the top shelf there, but that brace is going to make that a little difficult. I probably can remove that. But anyway, I'd like to have that come out about even. Now for the upper part, for the framework of the upper part, I'll take 4 equal length, these upper supports here, like there, and I'll take and attach those to the base support here, and again with screws and glue, get them as level as I can, plumb I should say, and then once I do that, I add supports for at least 2 shelves, but I'm not, maybe have 3, I don't know. I drew in 3 just for the heck of it. But I'll measure it out a little bit better when I, and see how much room I've got, because some of that stuff is kind of tall. So anyway, I want to, that's mainly what it's for, is the test equipment. By the way, I have 2 more items coming today: an accurate 152 VTVM and a Heathkit IM 2410 frequency counter. Those should be here today, and those are going to go here as well. Anyway, like I said, to start this off, first thing I'll do is cut the 4 2x4s to 29.5 inches as measured by my handy dandy tape measure. So like I said, those will be coming next. Once I get those done, I can get the measurement across, which will be these here. I'll cut 4 of these. No, I take that back. I'll cut 3 for the bottom and 3 for the top. The ones that go from here to here are going to be a little different length, so I'll wait and cut them after I've got the other ones cut out and attached. I want to get this base done. I want the whole thing to be able to slide in and out. In other words, I don't want this you know, put in there and it never comes out. Because eventually we are planning on moving, and I want to reuse that wherever I take this, because it's, you know, it's going to hold my test equipment, and that's just part of my bench. So, like I said, I want this to be portable in the fact that when I attach this upper framework here, the shelves are all going to be either, if it all screwed in, they'll have just one screw to hold steady. But mostly they'll be removable, and also these 4 things will be screwed in here and not glued, because I want to be able to separate that and make it easy to move. So, but anyway, like I said, that's my general plan for this. I've already talked for 5 minutes. Jeez. Anyway, so without further ado, I want to go ahead and cut my 4 2x4s and get those set in there, and then start measuring the cross to where I can put the braces in. Also, I've got to, I know you all seen the wood and the denailed wood at the first of this video. Those are going to have to be sorted and cut down to basically 2 sizes. I need one fairly wide, one of the slats, or 4 of these slats, about the same size, and they have to be all, like I say, the same length. And then the cross braces, the shelf supports, don't have to be exactly the same on all of them, but as long as the top is in the same position on all of them. But these 4 supports have to be kind of wide. So that'll be my first priority when I go sorting through that wood, to get 4. I've got one slat that's pretty wide, and I think it's in pretty good shape. I may be able to split that and make at least 2 of the supports out of that. So I'll have to look at it a little bit closer, but like I said, it's that's one of the next jobs. After I cut the 2x4s, I'll have to go through that slat wood and get that all sorted out, cut, and have some good pieces to work with then. So that's pretty much the planning and the measuring, whatever, for this. I mean, until I get the 2x4s cut, I won't be able to measure really anything. I mean, I could measure across there, which I did, and I forget, I didn't think I wrote it down, but anyway, whatever it was, it's not gonna be accurate, because I want to take in consideration the baseboard there, and also, I don't know if you can see that too well, but the base of the workbench desk, whatever, sticks out a bit. So when I put my 2x4 in there, I want to take and put a little something here, and I'm gonna clamp it to where it's plumb up and down. That's my main concern, just getting it plumb on both sides. And then once it's plumb and clamped in there, I can take and measure from here to here on this 2x4, and I can hold that one plumb while I'm measuring, and get basically, like I said, where if I move this, there may not be a baseboard there, it may not be the same distance, but I want the shelves to be constant. I don't want them to be any different when I move. So anyway, that's the plan, and I talked long enough, so without further ado, I'll go cut some wood.